So today we are talking mental health. The conversation really has come up surrounding Tamar Braxton, Nick Cannon, and also Kanye West. And by no means am I going to comment on those situations because frankly, I don't know them and it's just not that kind of video. So this was definitely a topic that I had planned to do down the road. Definitely on my list of things that I wanted to tackle. I really felt like now was the time. This video is completely out of my opinion, my experience, my revelations, my epiphanies, my journey. So I just want to be transparent and vulnerable in hopes that perhaps I could be of help to someone else. Therapy has not only changed my life, it literally has saved it. Greetings and welcome to my channel. My name is Valentine Tarisse, and here I talk about wellness, lifestyle, and share my dramatic antics. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to become a part of the family. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell as well so you'll be notified every Sunday and Wednesday when I upload new content. So today we are talking mental health. Every time I post about therapy, whether it be something just simple like, ooh, it's hashtag therapy Thursdays, or my therapist just read me, I always get responses. So it's clear that a lot of people are thinking about therapy. There is so much stigma that surrounds mental health. It's almost like it's taboo. Like if you talk about it, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you okay? You sure? Growing up in Black churches, baby, you just need to pray. You just need to pray. Just talk to God. Take it up with God. And it's like, yes, and then what? We know that faith without works is dead. And so it's like, what's the work? In the Black community especially, we have such a myth and trope about what it means to be strong. We can understand why and how that narrative came to be. But having to continuously put on a mask and appear strong all the time. Now, therapy has become so much of a topic of discussion lately, and I'm hoping that this constant conversation, that we're destigmatizing it in real time, and that it becomes so normal, like going to the dentist, like going to the doctor. Seeing that people were having those conversations over social media or in friend groups, is what sparked my interest in going to therapy. Hearing those experiences made them real. Oh, it's more attainable. It's for all of us. I was noticing that there were some barriers or hurdles that were standing in my way that I frankly could not get over. Not getting over them meant that I was not reaching my goals. I was not reaching my dreams. I was like shrinking my dreams. I was also in turn shrinking myself, but I just could not figure out how to get over that daggone hurdle. I was simply stuck and did not know how I could possibly get past that limitation so I could get to a place of thriving and flourishing. I needed to do something else to get to where I wanted to go. Two of my best friends from college, they were having a conversation with me, and oftentimes in my friend groups, and even within my family, I think that I'm often the person that people come to, and I'm the listening ear. However, I never then turned the table around and then allowed those same people to do the same thing for me. And two of my friends called me on it. They were like, Valentine, you listen to us about everything, but you don't actually ever open up. It kind of took me aback because it was like two people who I would say knew me the best. And somehow they felt like they didn't know me at all. And it was just like, what do you mean? And so in that moment, I was like, let me try vulnerability. And I like unleashed. And I gave them this really long list. And I kind of just saw their eyes go. And they were simply just kind of like, are you talking to somebody about this? Like, if you're not talking to us, like, is somebody getting this? And I'm like, nah, like, it's life. They're like, no, Valentine, you need to figure something out so that you have an outlet, because you are holding on to way too much. I just had no idea that all of that was in me. And I didn't know that I was supposed to let it out. Like, it gave me permission to actually release it. Most recently, though, when I have started therapy, there have been some life things that have encouraged me to do so. But my mother, you know, I was calling her more, and I think she was seeing that there was this dark cloud that was like living over me constantly. And she was like, you know, just putting it out there, just, you know, have you ever considered maybe, you know, finding someone to talk to, maybe like a therapist? And I already had it in the back of my mind, but when she said it, I was just like, oh, that actually could be a good thing. Like, that might be a great idea. But it was also, you know what? Someone I work with mentioned, like, I saw you walking around at work, and it was just like, you look just so out of it. And the thing is, I was. And in that season, I had no way and no strength to even put on the mask so nobody knew. And so when I realized that somebody else saw it, and someone who, frankly, I wasn't even that close to could see it, I knew it was time, because I couldn't fake it anymore. And I honestly had gotten to such a place where I was so stuck, I was so stagnant, I was so numb. That's what scared me, is that I could not feel. And I just felt, then the stress started manifesting in my body. I was having chest pains and all of this. And then I was reminded of that moment when my friends in college told me that you need to find a way to release. And so I did. And it's by far the best decision that I've made in my life. By far. So then the journey of trying to find a therapist started. And I approached it in the same way that I do finding my medical doctors. And first step is like filtering those who have my insurance. And so most insurance companies, you can just go in their portal and do some type of filter for the type of doctor, the area you live in, what have you, and you can find a list of doctors. Something else that is also important to me is that my doctor be a Black woman. All my doctors are Black women. Cultural competence is very crucial when it comes to medicine of any kind. I asked my friend network, like, do you know somebody? Who do you go to? Would you recommend? And I did see some other therapists before I landed on the therapist that I see now. I went to one therapist and I was just not comfortable. And interestingly enough, that was a recommendation by a friend. That therapist works for her, does not work for me. Therapist I found now, I connected with her immediately in the first session. After a year later, I'm still going to her weekly. I'm grateful for her. I look forward to our time together. And now that she's been able to transition so that we are meeting virtually, I am still completely on the journey. I am still growing. I am still learning. But my God, what a difference, okay? What a difference. Because let me tell you, I feel so incredibly liberated. I feel so empowered. I feel happy. I feel cared for. I am full. I just completely enjoy learning me now. And in that learning me, I love myself in such a deeper way. And enjoy the exploration of who Valentine is, with the understanding that Valentine will grow, that Valentine will learn, that Valentine has the ability to be better. Valentine has the ability to make mistakes, and it's okay. But that's the fullness of Valentine, and my God, I love her. I love she. I've been able to identify patterns in my life that I just never noticed. Like, you say it out loud to somebody and you're like, wait, that's just like, ooh, I do that all the time, huh? And not just in like an unhealthy way. And yes, it's important to identify those unhealthy patterns so you can replace them with healthy ones, but also acknowledging those healthy patterns that actually work for you so that you know. It's definitely has shifted my perspective, and it's allowed me to extend grace and kindness more than ever to other people. Because you simply just do not know what other people are experiencing. As I'm extending that grace to other people, I can then extend that grace to myself, because I can be extremely hard on myself. And so that voice within me that talks to me has become a little kinder. My stress level has reduced immensely. Granted, that's still something that I need to work on, but my goodness, I would be around here just anxious as ever. And my stress has just like I can breathe. Ooh, I'm also just more clear about who I want Valentine to be each and every day. And I can honor where she is right now and understand what I need to do to get to where I want her to be. I couldn't do that before. I would just be like, I want to be that, and then go, dang, I can't get there. But no, who I am today is great too. One of the most important things that I've been able to gain from my therapy journey is balance. Balance. I had a habit of taking care of everybody else around me, taking care of them so much that it was to my own detriment. And somehow I was caring for everyone and caring for everyone and caring for everyone and caring for everyone that I didn't even understand that I then needed to take time to care for me. I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know that that needed to be a thing. You know, so many of us that are givers or nurturers, it's like, that's what fills us. But it can also be the very thing that drains us. And frankly, you just cannot pour from an empty cup. So understanding balance and what actually then fills me so that I can still love and care for each other, but also set boundaries. It's possible. So now I'm at a point where I get so excited for growth and knowing that it's going to be incredibly uncomfortable and that it's going to stretch me and that those growing pains are real. But the exciting part is knowing who I'll be on the other side of that, is that Valentine gets to grow. And as I mentioned before, there have been seasons of my life that I have felt so incredibly stagnant, and I never want to do that again. I only want to look up from here. So if I have to endure learning something about myself that may be a hard pill to swallow, I'm gonna have to do that, because the better version of Valentine is waiting on the other side, and I got to be her. Therapy has not only changed my life, it literally has saved it. Everyone can literally benefit from therapy. And I say that because everyone can benefit from having an objective person who will listen to you without judgment and who can identify patterns, who simply can see you fully without judgment, who you can be your entire full self without hesitation. We can all benefit from that. Then the benefit of that is that we get to be a better version of ourselves, the best version of ourselves, a healed version of ourselves. So I hope that you will join me in processing those real things that life slings at us, because we can take them on, and we can be better, and we can be light, and we can be happy, and we can be joy-filled, and we can be full of love, and we can be our full selves. But you got to do the work. You have to do the work. So I ask you, what is it that's holding you back from being better? What is it? And can someone help you get there? And I promise you, the answer is yes. I'm going to list some resources below. that you can take advantage of if you're looking for a therapist or want to learn more about therapy. And if you have any more resources, please leave them below. Let me know, how has therapy changed your life? Or what is it that you're looking forward to when it comes to therapy? I would love to hear from you. Please let me know if you would like to see more videos like this about my mental health journey. Until the next time, be blessed, be well, and keep the faith.